Hello everyone, this is Fawad. Welcome to Future on Cloud. I am going to start a new video series for Microsoft 365. In Zero to Hero video series, I am going to spend around 3 hours. This is the playlist which I am going to cover in this video series. The detail I will show you in the next slide, like Azure AD security baseline. And these are the topics which I am going to cover in Azure basic security. Then Microsoft Defender for Office 365, mobile device management, transfer of file server from on-prem to cloud, Azure information protection, data loss protection, Microsoft Defender Cloud App, Microsoft Defender for Identity, and Microsoft Sentinel. So these are the things which I am going to cover in this video series. So first thing first, create new Office 365 tenant and assign licenses. The tenant is already configured and licenses are already assigned. Basically, you just need to sign up and purchase the licenses directly from the Microsoft, or you can buy it from the distributor. The next step is you need to register your custom domain, and then after that, you need to create multiple users. So for testing, I have create one user and domain is already configured. So eh, I am going to import multiple users. So let's jump into the environment. So this is my Microsoft 365 admin center. So once you log in on it, click on admin and you will end it up on this page. After that, click on users and active users. There are multiple ways to add users. So either you can click on add user and add user one by one, and if you have a number of users which you wanted to configure, then click on add multiple users. So in this way, you can type first name, last name, and email ID, and the domain name is already there, which you can select. But instead of going using this option, I would like to use a CSV file, which you need to download from here. So download a CSV file, including example users. So in this file, you will see one sample user based on the parameter you have to add your user in the same file. I have already downloaded that file. So let me open the file which I have already configured. So these are couple of users which I am going to import. These four users will be configured in Microsoft 365. So under username, you have to specify a complete email ID, then first name, last name, display name, job title, and all these information you have to provide. So I have already filled up this file. So now just click on browse and click on downloads, and this is the file which I have filled up with the users which I'm going to configure. So it will validate the file. It take couple of seconds. So click next. At this point, you have to assign the licenses. So I have 25 licenses. So four I am going to configure now. One is already assigned, so remaining 20 are there. And then add users. It will create a user and generate a random password as well. So once the users are configured, you can forward the list of users to your email ID so that you can easily remember the password, or you can share it with the users as well. So just click on close. Let's send email. Now email is sent and just close it. So just to save the time, because I am already logged in with the different, let me check my email. So these are the list of users which I've created and these are the passwords. So let's log in with this user. I have opened another browser, it's Chrome. Next, and this is the password. So it asks you to change the password. So let me change the password. So this is the default option which is provided by the Microsoft. Let me show you how you can disable this option if you don't want to configure your user for application authentication. So in order to disable this option, you need to expand Microsoft Azure Active Directory. Then click on Properties, then Manage Security Default. So as you can see, the security is enabled by default. So if you disable it, you will not see this option. So far, just leave it as it is. I'm going to skip it for now. Click no. And here you can see I am able to log in with the new user which I just created. So this is my user, right? So now our next step is bulk user assignment and license. It's done. Now self-service password reset option we need to provide to that user. What is the benefit of this option is it gives the ability to change or reset their password with no administrator or helpless involvement. If Azure AD locks user account or they forget their password, they can follow prompts to unlock themselves and get back to work, right? So in order to provide this ability to end user, what we need to do is we need to expand this protection and secure. We can see more option and this is the reset password. So before enabling this option, I wanted to show you something. Let's sign out from here. Let's sign in with the same user and click on forget password. Even if you try to change the password, it will not allow, right? We are sorry, you cannot reset your password because the password reset is not properly set up for your organization. So this is what we are going to do now. So just close it. So enable to provide that option to end users, expand protection secure, click on password reset and under the properties, click on select and here you need to select a group. So you can select all users or you can configure a group as well. So let me configure a user like for non-admin users, so they can reset their password. So right now no one is member of this group. So let me add users in this group. Okay, non-admin, click on members and add members. So let's search for our user. Okay, this is the user which I wanted to add in this group. So the user is added here. So let's go back to the password reset option. So the admin is selected. Now authentication method. In this option, you can specify the number of method required to reset the password. So far, I am only going to use one method, which is email. So once user try to log in and try to set up their password, it will redirect to the recovery option. So where you have to specify your email ID as a recovery option. You can go ahead with both options as well. Then you have to specify a mobile phone number or application code. It's up to you. But for demonstration purpose, I am just going to select one option. And at the end, the most important thing, you have to enable this option. Require user to register when sign in. Click yes and save. So once you enable this option, it will take a couple of minutes to propagate. So once it is done, then again you need to sign in with the same user which you have added in the group. Then it will redirect to that the alternate email ID to reset that his password. So let me. So here you can see your organization need to more secure to keep your account. So click on next. It should ask for account recovery. So let's wait for a while. So here you can see keep your account secure. So I'm just going to add my email ID. It will send a verification code on my email. Let me check my email. My verification code is 400. Next. Okay. So now it is done. So in this way, you can give option to your user so that they can reset their password. So let me try to reset this password now. Let's forget the password. Just assume I don't know my password. I believe it's DD. Next. So here you can see now it is giving you an option where you can send email so that the new password will be sent to your email ID, or it will send a verification code. So once you email it, just enter a code here and it will give you an option. So my new code is 467152. Now I can enter my new password. So the password has been reset. To sign in with new password, click here. It take you to the login page. So now I am logged in with the new password. Let me show you another option, which is about the banned passwords. Banned passwords are something like the common password which can be compromised easily, like admin at 123 password word, these kind of passwords which you have to restrict in your environments in order to secure your production environment, productive emails, right? So in order to configure it, click on authentication method, the password protection, and this is the banned password list. So enforce, click on yes, and these are the password which you don't want to use in your environment. So like admin at 123 pass one word, these are common password. Um, A1, B2, C3, kind of, right? So if user try to use these passwords, your exchange will restrict that particular user. So you have to specify the number of password which you are assuming, like it should not be used like your company name, whatever your company name is at 123. You can restrict these kind of password in your environments. So let's click on save. So once you provide that information, user will not be able to use these passwords, right? So in the next video, I will continue from step number 5. So stay tuned, keep watching. See you in next video.